What's up, everybody? Hey, as you saw in the thumbnail, we're about to talk about my post-game reaction for the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I had Kansas City possibly pulling this one out, probably about a field goal. I had them winning 23-20, just about reverse. Looks like Buffalo Bills, they came through and they won 24-20. They made it happen. I'm not gonna lie, man. The last few minutes, I'm like, man, I think Kansas City got this in the bag, and then dude, just from Josh Allen taking and hurdling over players in the middle of the field to people getting like him trucking people. Look, this isn't a perfect team, but they perfectly won. And this is what good teams do. This is what Super Bowl championship teams take and do. What a crazy game. Please comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Man, I can't believe Buffalo Bills. And some people call this like an avenge game. Like, hey, Buffalo Bills, they took and they avenged. I'll say that I'm friends with a lot of Bills fans, and I wouldn't say avenge is the right word, even though it probably feels pretty dang good. What matters is the end result. Are the Buffalo Bills able to ultimately come out with a dub when it's all said and done? But not this game, the Super Bowl, because we all know good and dang well you got an AFC West team and an AFC East team, and they're going to face each other again in the playoffs. It's going to take and happen, right? And folks, all I'm saying is that keep your eyes on these teams. Every injury matters. Everything matters. Every play matters. They're going to face each other in the playoffs again. This is going to take and happen. If you're just taking and tuning in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Right now, I am talking about the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Both quarterbacks play really well. Pat Mahomes, this dude, that's something that he definitely has over Josh Allen, man. This guy's like twinkle toes out there, man, trying to hit this guy, man, and he's slippery. He's slippery, man. You think he's going to go down, then he gets up, then he jukes left, then he runs backwards and cuts back upfield, and it may just be like a 4-yard play, a 4-yard scramble. But on top of that, he has an arm of a Peyton Manning. I mean, like, he is so insane. Then you have Josh Allen, and Josh Allen is a better version of Cam Newton. He's a better version of Cam Newton, better arm, but has that same physical exterior of a Cam Newton, right? And he's good. He's really good. He's a leader. For a lot of these guys, it's not even about the money. Like talk about a team that's truly bought in. That's the Buffalo Bills. They're truly, truly bought in, you know. Just what a game. What a game. Please comment below. Let me know your thoughts on tonight's game. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the stats right now of tonight's game as well, too. Give me 1 second here. Versus the Chiefs. And I'm shocked, man. I'm not glad. Let me know your thoughts on tonight's game, too, man. I definitely want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on what you thought, who you thought was going to win. Overall, man, I think Buffalo Bills that drought that happened in the 90s, them going to the multiple Super Bowls and not winning not one of them, that could be broken this year, man. You went up against Kansas City Chiefs, and that division, I know a lot of people are like, man, AFC West is going to be the toughest division in the NFL. It's really not. I mean, Chargers are going back to being injured. Raiders are a sneaky team, but, they're probably going to miss the playoffs. Broncos, I don't know what the heck is going on. And then the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. They've been able to maintain good draft classes, good coaching, good strategy against pretty much any team, and then, and then they've been, even before winning the Super Bowl a few years ago, they've been knocking on the door for a long time. Buffalo Bills, they've been knocking on the door for a long time too, but they haven't been as good for a long time as the Kansas City Chiefs. They've been in a lot of these situations before, whereas the Buffalo Bills, hey, not so much, right? But what a game. What a game. I'm actually pulling up the stats right now. So it looks like Josh Allen was 27 for 40, threw the ball 40 times, 329 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Devin Singletary took and had 17 carries for 85 yards. That's actually pretty good. Y'all know Josh Allen's going to eat. He got 12 carries, 32 yards. James Cook got 2 carries for 8 yards. I'm not too crazy about him, James Cook, but I mean, he's a rookie. Give him some time. Give him some time to take and develop. Let's take and see what happens. But then we got Stephon Diggs, man, and even as a Miami Dolphins fan, I'm like, hey, I got this dude on my fantasy football team. You got to love it. 10 receptions, 148 yards. Also got a touchdown. My man is eating. Gabe Davis having a monster year, man. Don't be surprised if you see him in the Pro Bowl, even though they're getting rid of that the skills challenges they call it. But a 3 receptions, 74 yards, and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different receivers got the ball thrown to them today. That's pretty cool. And 6 of those receivers got the ball 2 times or more, man. I mean, then you have a quarterback who can run. Then you have that defense, right? Let's see who got interceptions. We got Teron Johnson, and then you got Kaiir Elam. Elam, I think he had the game-saving interception at the end of the game there, man. That was just freaking nuts. Let me go ahead. What's up with my guy Nidings? What's good, bro? When these two teams go against each other, it's always an instant classic. Bro, I agree, man. You know, Nidings, they were taking and talking before this game that this is the new Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. This is the new Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady, meaning that, like, these guys have to play each other every year. There's no, like, the ratings are just too good, man. It's like, this was like a Hollywood movie today. Man, like, you can't not love it, man. Let's see what Patty had to say. Patty is my new age GOAT, but I think Allen has all the weapons. I agree. Josh Allen, man, I don't see them not winning the Super Bowl this year. I'm gonna be honest with you, Patty. Sorry, Facebook user. I thought your name was Patty. But man, he looks fantastic. Let's go see what Nidings had to say. He says, it wasn't a very high scoring, but it didn't need to be. I'll take 20 points on each side. It still was a good game in my book. I agree. Man, that was a fantastic game. I mean, there was interceptions. There were sacks. What I love is pay attention to their secondaries. Their secondaries, and I don't know this statistically, and I could be wrong. They're statistically, I mean, they're okay. I mean, I can think of multiple secondaries are much better than both teams. Obviously, the Bills have a very good second. I would probably put them in top 5, but they would be like number 5 kind of thing. But they have a lot of injuries too, and just to see people come off the bench who are not exactly superstars, not exactly, some of them don't even have a Pro Bowl underneath their belt, but they're out there, man, laying the wood. Just every hit is with pain. Every hit is with perfection. Every hit. You know, like whenever one of the Bills receivers gets the ball, you know it's going to be a slap. Whenever one of the Kansas City Chiefs receivers get the ball, you know that they're coming 100 miles an hour, man. Hot damn. Let's see. Dolphins, please tell Gesicki to stop doing the gritty. Yeah, I saw Mike Gesicki did the gritty today. It looked like he was skiing. He was doing like a skiing dance or something. I still can't do it. He does it better than me. I'm an ex-college football player myself, and I have all these kind of knee problems and lower back problems, so he does it better than me and stuff. But man, great game. Let's continue to go over these stats here. So as I was mentioning before, man, Buffalo Bills, 8 different receivers took and got the ball. Isaiah McKenzie had a nice return for 26 yards. And that was pretty much it, man. And then let's see what the Kansas City Chiefs did. Pat Mahomes was 25 for 40, 338 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And then we have Josh Allen, 27 for 40. I mean, these quarterbacks are so equally matched, kind of different styles the way they play. Both have rocket arms. Both are extremely accurate. Both can scramble. One's super bigger than the other. We all know that's Josh Allen, right? You won't see, Mahomes taking too many risks. Of course, in the backfield, man, he's juking these guys left and right. But we got, they have a little bit more of a running game. You're not going to have Pat Mahomes out there running too much. But he had 4 carries for 22 yards. That's pretty dang good. But he's also what I call Russell Wilson scrambler. What I mean by that is he uses his mind when he takes and he scrambles. He's not somebody who's out there who is, RG3. We all remember RG3. Robert Griffin III used to play for Washington. Now they're the Commanders with the Redskins. He was out there dropping his shoulder and getting jacked up, getting thrown like a rag doll, right? So he scrambles very safe. Whereas Josh Allen is like, no, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna play defense while I'm holding the ball. That's the difference between their running style. But yeah, man, definitely crazy, man. Let's go ahead. Let's continue. We got Juju. Let's see. Lord have mercy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 different receivers got the. Oh, excuse me. 10 different receivers. Sorry, hold on. 7 different receivers got the ball. Excuse me. I misspoke. And the 7 of them got the ball 2 times or more. So we know with Pat Mahomes, even though there's a lot of new characters in this office, McCole Hardman, he's obviously there still. Travis Kelce, still there. But Juju Smith-Schuster, he got 5 receptions, 113 yards. It's nice to see him find his identity in this offense. I was a little curious to see what that would look like. I knew he'd be successful. It just, hey, you're on a new team. Sometimes it's going to take a minute, right? Kelsey's still going to be the favorite, right? So, see what Nightings had to say. What position with college? Yeah, man, I played for New Mexico Highlands University. I was number 93. I never started though, so not too much information out there on me. But if you check out my Instagram page, scroll all the way to the bottom, it's all there. Also, folks, as if you're just coming in right now, I'm talking about the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. I cover the whole NFL, the whole entire NFL. This helps the channel grow. January through April, I actually have real life NFL draft prospects on the show that I take and I interview as well too. So follow the journey, man. I've been doing this for about 2.5 years. We just hit 500,000 not subscribers, not there yet, but 500,000 views on the total channel, man. So we got a lot of great things going on. So right now I'm going over the stats of the Kansas City Chiefs. And it looks like there was 1 sack the whole game. They gave up 1 sack. Looks like Chris Jones. Now, my question to you guys, and I wanted to talk about this, was that a trip or was that a sack by Chris Jones at the end there? Was that a trip or was that a sack? In my opinion, Chris Jones tripped him. Some could say that he was stepping forward, but I felt like it was a trip. I felt like the NFL is trying to fall back from those play calls. So my argument to people is like, hey, yeah, it was a trip. It should have been called. It was not called. However, Buffalo Bills, they persevered and they ended up winning the game anyway, right? So Pops Fashion takes and says, Josh Allen is unreal. Dude, he is totally unreal, man. He's exciting, man. This dude's like, he's buff Michael Vick. That's Josh Allen. He is buff Michael Vick. And even me as a Miami Dolphins fan, those who know me, I'm a huge Dolphins fan, but I can't help but to acknowledge the greatness of Josh Allen. And the frustration, like, man, we just lost Brady 3 years ago, right? And now we got this behemoth, this gargoyle, this behemoth of a man playing the quarterback position. And what's crazy is I do a lot of pre-draft work, man. Last year I interviewed Nakobe Dean. I've had what's his name? The receiver from the Arizona Cardinals on the show. His name's skipping over my head right now, but just a lot of high-profile people I've had on the show who I've interviewed. Brian Asamoah, Jalen Naylor, Danny Gray from SMU I had on here. Just a lot of big names. Then a lot of retired guys, man. And I remember when Josh Allen first came into the league, man, I was like, oh, he sucked rookie year. He looked so bad. I'm like, this guy's going to be cake on our play. I can't wait for us to face him. Then year 2 came, and I was like, we saw a few things. There was some good scrambling stuff out there. He was trying to find himself out there on the field, right? Then year 3 came, which was 2 years ago. I'm like, perhaps I was wrong on Josh Allen. Man, dude, I was so wrong on Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the freaking man. He could throw. He can run. He can do everything that you want. And it's nice, man, because, like, before Josh Allen, man, became the man of prominence, there's Pat Mahomes. And I think they came in either the same draft or, like, a draft apart or something like that. And I'm thinking, like, man, Pat Mahomes is, like, literally like the new Brady. I just, for me, obviously, we all want our own team to win it. But it's nice to see other teams get a piece, right? For the NFL to truly become the competitive sport that it's supposed to be, right? So, hey, real quickly, not to deter what we're talking about, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. It helps the channel to grow. I cover the whole NFL, all 32 teams. And then, of course, if you ever want to take and support the channel, Cash App, all that stuff's below. Got a new mic coming in. That's because of donations from you guys. Thank you so much. Shout out to my wife. She pitched in too. Got a brand new mic coming in, so audio quality is about to get better. And then eventually we'll get some neon lights. I'm going to be moving to a new apartment here soon, so everything's going to look pretty dang different. Now, while we got 10 people here in the chat room, what's your Super Bowl prediction? What is your Super Bowl prediction? I'll tell you my AFC prediction. It's going to be this game right here. What I'm curious about is, can we see another Cincinnati Bengals? Not that I see the Bengals doing what they did last year. They just kind of got a lot of issues, and they get their swagger back a little bit, especially with the coaching. My question to you guys is, who do you predict in the Super Bowl? As of right now, I got Buffalo Bills versus the San Francisco 49ers. As of right now, in my opinion, the best team in the NFC. They lost today, but they're the best team in the NFC, in my opinion, is the San Francisco 49ers. And the best team in the AFC, we got to say it, man, it's the Buffalo Bills, man. They took a crushing loss from Miami, and it seems that they're getting better. People are getting banged up too, and they have so much depth on defense, so much depth throughout the field, man. And then you have very durable receivers. Like he has his anchor guys are going to be Gabriel, Knox, and Stephon Diggs. This guy is eating, man. As far as Kansas City Chiefs, I don't see them making it, but hey, anything is possible for sure. Also, as well, you guys go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button. But crazy game tonight, y'all. Buffalo Bills 24-20. Now, when Kansas City hit that last field goal and Buffalo got the ball back, I'm like, at that point in the game, I felt like Kansas City was kind of sleeping on Buffalo a little bit, man. Like I was so impressed that they really rose to the occasion. They really, really rose to the occasion, from Josh Allen hurdling over a defender, him finding people down the field, man. And then Knox, his brother who played, forgive me if I'm wrong, FIU, I think it is. His brother took and passed away, right? So I think even if you're like myself, who's a Dolphins fan, like even if you're a fan of other teams, you can't help but to appreciate an underdog story, but also somebody who's really hurting inside, who's like, man, this football game is probably all I got. I don't have much outside of it, right? So for someone to get a touchdown, yet alone the game-winning touchdown, that's pretty dang impressive to me, you know? So, and whatnot. So, Knighting, so you're an Eagles fan, right? You said, where do I have you guys finishing? I have you guys actually making it to the NFC Championship. As of right now, if the playoffs ended, the playoffs season ended today, we're going to playoffs, I have Eagles make it. They're going to shock the world. They could potentially be the Bengals, but of the NFC. They are so freaking good, man. Like, and you have someone like Jalen Hurts, he's a low turnover guy. You know, he has receivers all around him, and his team is super young. I think that the problem I have with the Eagles is just that they're so young, and even with the Buffalo Bills last year, they're young, but they're showing the coming of age. You know, that they're like, hey, they're here, and they're the real deal, and they're okay. That stung last year, but we're not going to fall off the face of the planet like the Atlanta Falcons did a few years ago, right? When they lost in the Super Bowl to the Patriots. Like, they're just now starting to become a scrappy team. Again, like that hurt. The past is the past. But yeah, I think Eagles, man, they're the real freaking deal, man. Hey, really quickly, guys, I know we're talking about the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, what a game. What a game. I love it when the game is on the line and to see Buffalo Bills go into the little bag of secrets, right? And I love to see the Kansas City Chiefs go into their little bag of secrets, right? And to see what they ultimately come out with. What do they ultimately have in store, right? And it's exciting, man. It's exciting to see these teams, man. I almost wish the Buffalo Bills and Kansas City Chiefs were in the same division so we could see it twice a year. I mean, I think it's going to happen again, but it's going to be in the playoffs, right? So these teams, man, both have great coaching staffs. Buffalo Bills ain't going nowhere. Kansas City Chiefs ain't going nowhere. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to say to you is welcome to the NFL and its next great rivalry right here. You know what I mean? So I would say it'll be Dolphins and Bills, but Dolphins, the way they lost today, their O-line is freaking terrible. I think when Buffalo faces against Miami, even though Miami beat them last time, fair and square, it's a great game. Hey, man, look, I think Buffalo's going to get our numbers, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So I think Tua comes back and he gets injured again, man, because that O-line is just terrifying. And to be honest with you, I don't want no quarterback standing behind that. It's absolutely horrifying. But, hey, really quickly, let's go to NFL.com real quick, guys. I am going to type this in real quick. And I just want to go over the scores real quick. And then comment below. Let me know what games you watched today. Another shocker for me was the New York Jets are 4-2. What? How is this humanely possible? 4-2 New York Jets. But that's right, folks. They are 4-2, and they beat the brakes off of the Green Bay Packers 27-10. Lord have mercy. What a game, too. Like that game was freaking nuts. I saw that. We had the Cincinnati Bengals. They pulled out with a dub 30-26 against the Saints. Miami lost 24-16. A game. Miami should have won multiple times, but they're not a disciplined team, man. They're not they're kind of too small for the moment, kind of thing. Indianapolis Colts, Alec Pierce from Cincinnati. I don't know if you guys remember, Cincinnati, the Bearcats, I think their name is. They were top 4 team last year in the college playoffs. Their number one receiver caught the game-winning touchdown for the Indianapolis Colts. 34-27. They beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Dude, what a game. That game was nuts, man. Colts, are they getting their swagger back? I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in Indianapolis, man. But regardless, it's a good game and a division game that they won. New England Patriots, they beat up on the Browns. Browns don't have much of a quarterback situation. The best thing they have going for them is their running game, which is absolutely amazing, mind you. But Patriots, hey, they're doing their thing. And then the game, I kind of touched upon this briefly. The Atlanta Falcons got 28 points over the San Francisco 49ers. I don't think Atlanta's going to go to playoffs, y'all, but I will say this. Atlanta Falcons are a scrappy team. They're so scrappy. And I watch them, and I'm just like, man, they're fun to watch, man. I'm excited to see young players. And Mariota, he's actually playing halfway decent. I'm not sure if you guys watch Thursday Night Football, you're better off watching Stranger Things on Netflix or even, I don't know, some old man documentary. But Washington wins 12-7. That was a really boring game. I watched that game, and, man, I wanted to fall asleep instantaneously. I was like, that game sucked, man. But then today, what else we got? We got the LA Rams. Hey, it was a little too close for comfort at times, but they won 24-10 over the Carolina Panthers. Pittsburgh took and beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know, man. This whole Giselle Bündchen, I don't know. She got some long German last name, but Tom Brady's soon to be ex-wife potentially, and hopefully they could work it out. But I don't know what's going on there in Tampa. I don't see Tampa being a threat personally. Maybe I'm having some biases show up or something. I have no beef with Mr. Brady. He left the Patriots many years ago, but they lost. Pittsburgh surprisingly won 20-18, man. It's good to see Kenny Pickett out there balling. Giants beat the Baltimore Ravens. Let's talk Giants here for a sec. These New York Giants are for real. They are for real. And this is what happens when you get good coaching. Just so happens that their coach used to be a defensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. So you can imagine if he stayed, but it seems that Buffalo Bills, they really never really missed a step, so you have that there. And then, yeah, that's it for this week's games that ultimately. But I think the big shocker for me personally, I saw Buffalo, hey, they pulled out a dub. Initially I had the Chiefs winning only because it was at home. Not that I don't think that Buffalo Bills could have won today. And obviously they did win today. But I had Chiefs winning this one 23-20. This was going to be like an overtime type match. But one thing I liked that the Buffalo Bills coach, Sean McDermott, he took and he said, he goes, you got to be ready to play a team like the Kansas City Chiefs for 70 minutes. So when I heard that, I don't think I've ever heard a coach say that, because what we find is that when overtime comes, man, it's really draining, man. It's really freaking draining. So I don't know, man. Kansas City Chiefs, bro, they balled out, man. They played a great game. I know Pat Mahomes threw 2 picks. But he still played a great game, and they're nearly identical statistically, right? They're nearly identical on how they played. I think the big difference is I think Pat threw maybe like 1 or 2 more passes, and then of course he had the 2 picks. But Buffalo, man, I think Buffalo needs to remember this moment, and they also need to remember the Miami Dolphins game where they lost to the Fins, because it seems that they fixed the issues that they did against the Miami Dolphins, right? But you have Tua Tagovailoa, who is, I'm not going to say he is necessarily an elite quarterback, but he's more than a game manager, and he was able to pull off that win, right? So every loss is, if you think of it, it's not really a loss. I mean, maybe on your record, but if you could learn from it and apply it like Buffalo has done so excellently, bro, I don't see the Buffalo Bills losing more than another 2 games this year. I really don't. I do not see the Buffalo Bills losing more than 2 games this year. I see Kansas City. There's some scrappy teams that are still on their schedule, that, and here, you know what? Let's go over that. Let's go over the Buffalo Bills schedule, and then we'll go over Kansas City schedule. Buffalo Bills schedule 2022. Give me 1 sec here, folks. Cool cats and kittens. I'm actually just pulling this up right now. So Buffalo Bills, and I'm looking at their schedule right now, and I'm going to do a screen share. So you guys let me know if you can take and see my screen here. Also, before I share my screen and go over the Bills schedule, we're going to go over the Kansas City Chiefs schedule right after that. Hit that subscribe button. Join Touchdown Nation. Become a part of our family. I'm TouchdownDoug, or the show's called Touchdown with Doug Smith. It's another quick 10 seconds here. Then I'll jump to their schedule. I cover the whole NFL, all 32 teams, January through April. I actually have real life NFL draft prospects on the show. We had N'Kobe Dean on, and we've had a lot of big names on the show. So go ahead, join Touchdown Nation, join us, and man, let's get busy, man. I'm always trying to connect with my fans. Sorry, I'm gonna share the screen now here. Give me just a moment. Hit present. It's gonna take just a few seconds here, folks. But man, what a game tonight, man. I love football, bro. My wife was telling me, she's like, man, you are obsessed. I'm like, yes, baby. I apologize. I definitely am obsessed for sure. But I love this game, man. It's a beautiful game, and someone who played college football before and so forth, man. I love the sport of football, man. I love it. All right, folks, I'm sharing my screen here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. So we see right here, the Buffalo Bills, 24-20, beat the Chiefs. Next game they have is against the Packers. Now, Packers, they lost to the Jets. Do I see smoke signals? Is there issues happening in Green Bay? Look, I know they got a bunch of new receivers and stuff like that, but a lot of people are scared to admit it. The Packers are the R word. They are rebuilding. That's what it is. I shouldn't say the R word, but they're in rebuilding mode. Bills, Jets. That's going to be a fun game because you have the Bills. They've only lost one game this year. They had some close calls, especially last week against the Baltimore Ravens, who I don't know what is going on with Baltimore. I have them like making it to the playoffs and everything, but another talk for another day. The Buffalo Bills facing off against the Jets. This could be a sneaky. I mean, Jets could sneak in there, man. I mean, it's starting to get cold, but both teams are used to playing in the cold. Then we got Vikings, who their D-line is like really good. The way they handled the Miami Dolphins today, and I'm not saying that Miami Dolphins have like a good O-line because their O-line is, I mean, they're like a bottom of the barrel O-line. Just the O-line. Their O-line is terrible. But this game, I mean, you have good secondary players, Patrick Peterson, you got Kendricks out there. This is an exciting defense. And this is also, I mean, Bill's schedule is not necessarily easy. You got the Browns, who they've had like an upset or two this year, but I see them winning that one. Bills, Lions, again, sneaky game. And this is on, let me see here. I'm the biggest idiot in the world, but yeah, this is on Thanksgiving, man. So yeah, I'm excited for that game. 12:30 p.m. Let's freaking go. Lion, and it's in Detroit too, man. So Detroit is a weird team, man, because they'll put points on you, but then they didn't get any points against the New England Patriots. What's going on here? I know they got some injuries, but that's for another episode. I won't talk your ear off. Bills, Patriots. Man, I don't see Patriots beating the Bills, not even once this year. Then Bills, Jets again. Bills, Dolphins, December 18th. That's good. I think that could be a really good game still if everybody gets healthy at the right time. We're not missing too many people who are like out for the whole season, which is good. But Dolphins are banged up. If they could get their swagger back, they're 3-3. This could be a very exciting game. And Bills are going to have blood in their mouth, just like you put cow blood in the ocean. Expect bull sharks to get around it. Same thing with the Buffalo Bills. This is going to be a really fun matchup. Bills, Bears. I'm not going to entertain that. They'll probably hang like 45 points on the Bears. Bears are terrible. Defense, they have a few ballers on there, but they have 15 rookies starting between offense and defense. It's just a really young team, exciting team, but really young team. And then Justin Fields is scared to throw in double coverage, so I'm all set. Or man coverage, excuse me. Bills, Bengals, that is going to be exciting. That's like, that was supposed to be the AFC Championship last year to me, but man, good game. And then, of course, they finish off with the Patriots. Let's look up the schedule here for the and bear with me just a sec, y'all. Kansas City Chiefs. Oops, excuse me. Schedule. So let's go ahead. Let's pull that up, folks, and we're going to see what their schedule looks like. But I'll be honest with you, I have Bills maybe losing 1 to 2 more games the rest of the year. I think their first seed as of right now. But again, a lot could happen. Like Josh Allen could slip on a banana peel, and I don't wish that on nobody. A lot can take and happen. A lot can happen. So, Let's pull up their schedule, man. And obviously, I hope Josh Allen, man, rocks it, man. Even as a Miami Dolphins fan, I cannot help but to admire the greatness of Josh Allen, man. I mean, it's like, if y'all ever seen the movie Step Brothers, he's like, I hate you so much, but I respect you. Like, I'm probably butchering that line a bit, but that's how I feel about Josh Allen personally. Let's see what we got here. So Kansas City Chiefs, let's see here. They went off against the Buffalo Bills. I'm using a different site. So Kansas City Chiefs are going to be, let's see, week 7. They got the San Francisco 49ers. Dude, that's going to be a good game. That might be game of the week next week, man. I'm excited for that week right here. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit, folks. So comment, let me know if you guys can see that. But Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers. Be a pretty good matchup. Tennessee Titans, look, before week 1 happened, I was like, yeah, that's going to be a nice matchup. Tennessee Titans are like castrated right now to me. You know, they're shaky on Ryan Tannehill. They drafted another quarterback. Derrick Henry's coming off an injury. He's still putting out great effort and stuff like that. They lost their best receiver. And then Harold Landry, probably the best defender on the whole team, is injured, right? So I don't even have Tennessee making the playoffs, y'all. I think this is an easy dub here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Jacksonville is like they're like the Falcons, right? They're a really scrappy team. They're really fun to watch. And Trevor Lawrence, man, he's doing his thing. Duval. But we'll see. That's one of those ones where Jacksonville could like sneak in a win. LA Chargers are always banged up, bro. You look on paper, you see the next Super Bowl champions. Then you see them on the field, and you're like, oh, hold up. Where's my team? Right? So anyway, LA Rams. That's going to be a really, really fun match. Really fun match right there. However, and that was supposed to be a Super Bowl, right? People were thinking also be Rams versus Chiefs. Didn't happen that way, right? So, and then you got Bengals. That's going to be a revenge game for Kansas City. Denver has a sneaky good defense, but offensively, I don't know what the heck they're doing. Houston, Seattle's playing really good football. I'll be honest with you, I got Kansas City losing another 3 games, but they're still going to make the playoffs. Just probably not the first seed, right? So, and then you got Denver, Las Vegas. So, I probably got them taking. They'll probably lose against Jacksonville, which is a sneaky match. Could lose against either the 49ers and also the Raiders. They're like a garbage team that could beat 80% of the teams in the NFL. It's kind of weird. So anyway, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, and I couldn't see the comments here. Let me see who's commenting. Dallas time. Yeah, man. So tonight, folks, I am going to be doing a live show. Right now, I'm on the East Coast. I'm here in the Florida, Central Florida area. Praise the Lord, we're all okay after that Hurricane Ian. I'll be doing a live show tonight. Eagles versus Dallas Cowboys. This is gonna be my 3rd live show tonight, man. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. I got work in the morning, y'all. But yeah, Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Really quickly, I'm gonna comment and I'm gonna take and say what my predictions are for tonight. But before I do that, before I share my Philadelphia Eagles versus Dallas Cowboys prediction for tonight, hit that subscribe button. I cover the whole NFL, all 32 teams. We do NFL draft prospect interviews, do a lot of great things, prediction videos, player analysis, a lot of great things. I do mostly live shows throughout the season and then occasional one-off videos, but go ahead and follow me. And then also as well, if you get a chance, follow me on TikTok. And you find me at TouchdownDoug, the Touchdown on TikTok, and then TouchdownDoug on Twitter. But my prediction for tonight, so this is really interesting. You got Cooper Rush, I think his name is. He's facing off against the Philadelphia Eagles. He's undefeated. Put my hat back for this one, folks. I think they get humbled tonight, but I got Eagles winning this one 30-20. That's my prediction. Philadelphia Eagles will prevail, continue to be undefeated. But here's the thing. I've seen the Eagles against that last matchup against the Arizona Cardinals. They got very, very undisciplined, right? So, and that's where coaching comes in, right? I mean, your coach is there to take and make sure that everybody's organized, right? He's there to make sure everybody's organized, everybody's good to go, and everything like that. But, man, God bless the Philadelphia Eagles. They are doing so good right now. I'm so proud of them. I've been a Jalen Hurts fan since following him at Alabama. And then he goes to the Oklahoma Sooners. He does his thing. And It's crazy. Fun fact, out of that draft, he had the highest IQ of any quarterback in that draft class. Even though he fell down, I think it was second round, I think it was. So I'm excited, man. His accuracy's good. He's more of a leader. Probably not the best of the media. I'm coming to see that, but that's okay. I mean, he's not out there body slamming women, so I'm okay with it, right? It's the media. I don't trust him anyway. But step here. You follow your boy. But man, what a great game tonight, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this show. But man, God bless you guys. I always like to say this every episode. Jesus loves you. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Saved my life, and I'm still here because of it, man. So praise the Lord. Love everybody and whatever you believe, man. But man, Jesus is the way, man, and he loves you so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. Hit that subscribe button or rewind. If you're just now tuning in, rewind to the beginning. I did a full analysis, post-game reaction of the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm always high energy, and no, I don't have coffee. I'm just high on the Holy Spirit, baby. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well, too. I'm going to go hit y'all with like the livest, dopest outro you've ever heard. Shout out to Waylay Creations and Ilson's Birth. They did a really cool outro for me. And yeah, it's cool, man. Like, you ever see Coach Prime is like, play my theme music. Doom, 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 doom. Well, I'm going to say it for myself. Play my theme music.
Touchdown with Doug Smith, celebrate, that's a new move. Heisman, 2 views, catch him on YouTube. NFL coverage, interviews, new news, who win, who lose, comedy, you choose. It's not about moolah, the QB's like Tua is missing in action. No L's on my shooter, play it like Marino, it's a gamble like casino. Hungry for it, but you know we still gon' try to feed the people. Rivalries will lead the conference, Cowboys as an Eagle. Will Belichick be a threat, better check. Tomlin on deck, much respect to the vet. What to expect? Gotta tune in for the rest. Make sure to sub, like, check. At the best, Bad Boy, the sports podcast for the threat across the north, east, south, in the west. Sitting back clueless, time to tune in. Now another sports center, it's a movement.
That's right, folks. Not another sports center, it's a movement. Thank you for another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. You can hit the rewind button or scroll all the way back to the beginning and see my full breakdown, statistics, everything on the Buffalo Bills versus Kansas City Chiefs. I will see you guys in about 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours, as I have another live show tonight. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, else you don't know, and hit that bell for the alerts, because if you don't hit that bell for the alerts, how are you supposed to know when the episodes come out or not? But I got a live show. I'm so excited for this one. Most of my friends are Dallas Cowboys fans. Used to live in the San Antonio, Texas area. Now here in Central Florida. And, man, I'm excited, bro. Man, freaking Philadelphia Eagles versus Dallas Cowboys. But I'm going to go kick it with my wife and kids, watch a little football, get a little grub in my stomach. I'll see you guys later. God bless you. Jesus loves you. I'll catch y'all next time. Touchdown with Doug Smith. Peace.